Hello. My name is Sailor Jojo and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. In today's video, I will be showing you what I built, which I'm so excited to show you. But yes, I built the HGTV Barbie Dreamhouse. I love this show. It came out last year, I believe, and it was hosted by Ashley Graham. I don't know if you guys remember her from, I think I remember her from America's Next Top Model. I might be wrong, but let me know if you remember her from that show. Traumatic show for some people. But yes, I watched this show on my 12-hour flight along with the Barbie movie, like non-stop. Just kept going, kept watching it, kept taking notes, and I made sure that I make this in The Sims 4, and I'm so proud of myself because it took a while. I did my best, but I hope you guys enjoy the build as much as I do as well. Now, the team that built this build were, I think they're all part of the HGTV franchise, and I think one I think is Jasmine, who's from the Food Network. They all came together in a team and they built each space, decorated it with different eras and decades of Barbie, so like 90s Barbie, the 2000s, the 60s, and so forth and so forth. They also had different elements from the Barbie dollhouses throughout the decades as well, along with the dolls as well. So like Totally Hair Barbie and Peaches and Cream, so different elements were used. They also had to have a toyetic feature, so like an elevator, for example, which was really cool. I couldn't implement those things in the build because obviously The Sims 4. Now, in terms of the downloading this build, yes, it is CC galore. I am a CC addict and I just go and I keep going my CC. I had to use CC because it had to look right, in my opinion. And so what I've done is, on the link below there is a Tumblr post, and there is also a CC Google Doc for you to download the CCs needed. Now, you don't need to download every single CC on the list. The ones that you need to download, you will see a must have, so you need to download that, and while the others you don't really have to. There's also a tray file with a mod folder as well, and those are the CCs that the creators didn't say anything about the terms of use, so I was able to put them in the file for you so you can download it all at once. But the link, yes, I had to do the links because the creators terms of use states that I can't upload, so my hands are tied. I like peace, so please, I know it is a bit of a hassle because I have seen on Twitter some people telling builders to stop doing that, but it's like there's nothing we can do. Like, the creators need to be highlighted, their works need to be recognized, and I can't just put all their files in one folder and give it to you. I don't think it's fair, so I rather do this method that I've done so that they can be well recognized, and hopefully you guys go show them some love and tell them I sent you. I'm joking, but yeah, I hope you're fine with that. But also you can just download it without the CC if you wish. Now, first room. So this is the foyer area, dining area, and the stairs. This space was done by 𝐦𝐻GTV, and they have a show, I think it's called Married to Real Estate on HGTV. I think they did an amazing job because their decade was the 90s, so they had to have the colors, and as you can see, different colors, different prints, that black and white stripes and things like that, just to emulate the 90s. I try to keep it simple, again, try not to use too much CC, but what can I say? I think in their episode they had inspiration from the Shorty Hair Barbie, I believe. They also had a guest appearance by Kitty Black Perkins, who was one of the creators or the main creator of Black Barbie. The next space here was done by Jasmine and Antonia. So Antonia is actually from the Food Network, and Jasmine does some HGTV shows. Their decade was the 60s, so they had to do the the living room and the kitchen. With the living room, they were inspired by the 1962 Barbie Dreamhouse, which is the very first Barbie Dreamhouse, designed by Ruth Handler, who's the creator of Barbie. I think they did an amazing job creating that space, and I hope it is translated and shown in this build. I really tried. I think something I struggled with this build was the swatches and the use of colors, and at least you can see that not all the yellow swatches match, but I think I did a good job. I tried. But I really love, my favorite part is the living room, as you can see here. I love that retro space. I love the way it looks. And one thing I would like to say, shout out to Totoro Sparkles on the gallery. They make really cool Barbie paintings, so CC free Barbie paintings. So that's where I got those prints from that I used, I think, all around the house. Most of them I used around the house. But I think this is one of my favorite space, and because of the retro feel to it. I really love the magazines there. I think I used quite a lot of CC from 𝐦𝐻GTV as well. And yeah, I really love the space. Right, next up is the bedroom and the bathroom, which was designed by Jone and Christine. Again, part of the HGTV franchise, and I think that the decade was the 80s. So we're talking, flowery prints. Literally, when I watched the show, the first scent that came into my mind was the smell of powder. Do you guys remember those powder with the with the big, I don't know what they call them, but big pads, and they used to put around their face? I think my grandma used to use it on her skin. She used to use it on the armpit, and then the smell, I instantly thought of that smell when I saw the build that they did. They did an amazing job as well. And I think this build was the space was inspired by the aerobic exercise Barbie and the peaches and cream Barbie. I believe that's what the space was inspired by. Now with John and Christina, I think they're from the show, the Farmhouse Fixer show, and they had a big argument about the carpets. Now, back in the 80s, there was this whole thing about having carpets in the bathroom, which I thought is disgusting, okay? I'm really happy that they came to an agreement and said no carpets, because no. Their toyetic feature in the room was the Barbie bed, which spoke. I think that was really cool. Now, you can't do that in The Sims, but I tried to make it look like it was the same. And also, looking back, I wish I was able to use a sparkling pink floor paper for the roof, now that we can paint the roof. This brush right here, shout out to Barbara Sims and Twisted Maxi for the tool mod. I was able to place this brush on the wall, which when they did that in the show, it was a wow. I think all of us owned one of these brushes growing up, didn't we? Comment below, let me know. Alright, now the next space, if you can guess what it is before I tell you, but it is the Ken's Den. The Ken's Den was designed by Ty, who's a legend, and Allison, who's his co-host on the show. I think the show is called I can't remember the name of the show, so sorry, but they've done a lot of shows together. And their decade was the 70s, and I think they did quite a good job. They had a toyetic feature was like a turn-in dressing area with disco light. I tried to copy that with this weird curved wood structure in that corner, but it just felt really weird. Again, going back to one of the things I struggled with this build was the scaling. Like, I didn't know if I needed tall walls or medium or short walls, and also how big the room had to be. So that's something I struggled a lot. So having that thing there, I had to take it out. So just to make it look better, and I just put a simple dressing area, but that dance floor had to be there. I feel that just added a bit more style and 70s vibe to the build. Alright, next space is Barbie's dressing room. I think there's no decade for this space. It was more of celebrating Barbie's, I think it's Barbie through the decades. And it was done by Christine and James. I think Christina and James. And Christina and James are part of I think it's the House Hunters renovation show, and they worked together, and I think they did an amazing job. I couldn't give the outfits that they use in the show, so I just thought of outfits that we had in the game that I felt that Barbie really liked to wear. So that's what you see here. I love that Barbie head by Around the Sims 4. I think it's amazing. I wanted to make it bigger, like how it was in Barbie's Life in the Dreamhouse. If you guys remember, if you know, you know. One thing about this closet, I felt it was quite small for Barbie. When I was watching the show, I felt that Barbie's wardrobe should be bigger than this, but hey, I guess that's the space that they had and the space they could use. But I mean, every time I think of Barbie closet, I just think of Barbie's Life in the Dreamhouse. Right, next space is Barbie's office. It was done by Michelle and Anthony. I think they're from the Rock the Block show, and decade, there wasn't really a decade. It was more of the past, present, and the future. So celebrating Barbie from the 60s up till now. And I love how they had like different like bookshelves showing the pictures of Barbie as well. Now, my favorite thing about this room is the fish tank table. Don't ask me how I did it, but just don't go to the basement. Now let's go back to the front of the build. Now the front of the build was inspired by the 90s, specifically 1995. I think this was done by Keith and Evan, who I think they're part of the show Bargain Block show. And I think they did an amazing job. Along with the teams, they also had the ultimate Barbie fan helping them with the build as well. And their Barbie fan was from Chile, and she talked about having the Chilean flamingos, pink flamingos, and I love how they added the flamingos there as well. Another thing that they added was the doll handle on top of the build. I thought that was sick. And with the backyard space was done by Brian and Mika, inspired by the Y2Ks to 2000s. I think they did an amazing. I think, again, this is my favorite space in the whole build. It's just so beautiful. I love the elements that they added to it, like a pink turf. Of course Barbie has a pink turf. Now in the show, they wanted to add a space on the roof, like a balcony, like a party area, but the roof was not steady. So in this build in The Sims 4, I decided to add it because I thought that was a beautiful idea. They also had an area for Ken to be a lifeguard area, as I did there. It's quite big. I tried to make it as small as I could, but it didn't work out. But I feel that was quite nice that Ken was remembered in the backyard. I mean, it makes sense for him to be so. So this is my first time using these little hedges to make this shape. So it's B in Simlish. I'm so proud of myself. I thought that was really cool that I was able to do that. It took me ages to do, by the way. It took me a long time. So please appreciate and take loads of pictures and send it to me if you use it as well. I just imagine Barbie taking a selfie in front of that letter Simlish B as well. But yeah, I think Brian and Mika did an amazing job. I'm not going to tell you who won the show, so you need to go and watch the show for yourself to know who won. If you made it to this point in the video, you're a real one, and thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, even though it's I like this or Barbie, and also comment below which is your favorite space in the house, and let me know what you like about it. Shout out to the team HGTV for the build. I think they made, again, ultimate Barbie Dreamhouse. And don't forget the CC links in the blog post and the description below. And I will see you on the internet somewhere. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.